to Between the Covers. I'm Presley.
And I'm Gracie.
And today we are going to be reviewing our book of the month of March, The Island.
Yes, we finally finished it.
Spoiler alert as well if you're probably talk about spoilers.
Yeah, so don't watch this if you haven't finished it.
Just come back after.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we both just finished it.
Like today.
Yeah,
we were like,
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I don't know, for me it took me a long time to want to read it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So that's a great start.
Uh-huh.
Out of 5 stars, what would you rate this book?
Probably like a 3.
I think that's what I would rate it as well.
Yeah.
Very sad. I was a little disappointed with this book.
Mm-hmm.
The main idea behind the book is really good. It's about a group of teenagers who get invited onto an island, and then there's a murderer who's loose, and so they have to survive on the island and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And it sounds good, but it's not. It's not that good, and it's not that well written.
Mm-mm. And I think that was part of the reason why it wasn't that good, is just because her writing style for this book was not that great.
So, pretty much all of the main characters are social media famous.
Like TikTok famous.
Yeah.
That was another thing I didn't like. I don't like when they bring real world stuff like that
Yeah.
into it.
Mm-hmm. And so they kind of wrote it like they were all, like, stupid.
Yeah.
Like they were TikTok famous, and they weren't, I don't know, it was just kind of dumb.
Yeah. And then, like, I didn't feel like she, like, did many descriptions on stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, I felt like it was just, when something major happened, it just was like, he got stabbed, and you're just like, wait, what? When did that happen, you know?
And I feel like there was too many characters
Yeah.
to keep up with, but she only talked about, like, a couple times, so
You
then
know
when they were
what?
dead, you were like, wait, I can't remember who that even was.
You know, it took me a while that Reeve,
Yeah.
I thought he was a lot older. Like, I thought he was an old guy.
Oh.
And so when she's like...
She's like, I mean, he's really cute.
Yeah, and
he's
I'm like...
flirting with me.
I was like, what is going on? So...
That's funny. Yeah, I have... Like, I'm pretty sure I was gonna highlight stuff specifically that was... I just hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how she wrote it. Like, on page 20. Like, okay, so basically her and Liam, this is when they're first, like, getting to know
He's one
each
of the
other.
other boys that are, yeah.
Yeah, so the quote is, "Who have you watched suffer? I snapped my teeth together. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have asked that. No, it's okay, I wasn't born into money." Like, it just doesn't, like, I don't know. I just hated it. I hated how it was written because... Oh, no, it's with Reeve. It's not with Liam. Maybe it is. Actually, hold on.
That was the other thing. Sometimes I didn't know what characters were talking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe I just read that wrong when I first was reading it because he said, "No, it's okay, I wasn't born into money," but I thought for some reason he said, "No, it's okay, I was born into money."
Oh, that's funny.
And then she's like, "Same," and I was like, "Okay," like,
That's
what?
really funny.
Let me see what the other one was. But still, I hated it. I didn't like how she wrote. Like, she was kind of contradictory sometimes, because this thing... So this is when... Who was the first person to be murdered again? Will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
The makeup artist.
Yeah, okay, I forgot about Will. So it's right after Will dies, and they, like, go to the dock to see if any of the boats are there. And so they're all... like, super shocked and scared now, and Paisley is kind of starting to think that there's something else going on here. And so the chapter ends, and they're nervous, and then chapter 10 begins, and, like, her and Reeve are joking about stuff, and they're not scared anymore for some reason, even though it's literally the same scene. It's just a couple seconds later, and he, like, let me just read it. It says, I laugh as Reeve opens the door to the service room. It leads to stairs and a dark basement room. This is nothing like the basement with the game room. He has got to be joking. I'm sorry, have you lost your mind? You want me to go down there? He grins, and it lights up his whole face. He's carefree. Like, before he wasn't carefree, so why all of a sudden
now
is he
carefree?
Like, it makes no sense to me. Also, how does Reeve look? Like, how does he look? Because I don't know.
I don't even know if she described how any of them look.
No, like, not even Paisley. Like,
no.
She said that she had dark hair, like, once, and
really?
that was it.
Like, I don't even remember any of their character descriptions.
Like, that's pretty much it. And then Ava, she just wore a lot of makeup. That's pretty much all I knew. Like...
Yeah. I'm trying to find the part. So okay, spoilers. When they find out that Liam is Robert, and they're like, oh my gosh, and then he's like, yeah, it's me. And then all of a sudden they stand there and have a conversation like it's normal. And they should be freaking out because
he literally killed all of their other, like, people on this island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's like, my name's Robert Liam, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that it was Liam. And because Natasha Preston was not subtle about about making him seem suspicious.
No.
She didn't try to, like, she did that with Harper.
Yeah, Harper.
That was not something
That was one thing that gave my 3 stars up to 3 stars.
Yeah.
Because I did not expect Harper at all to be a part of that.
No, I didn't. And then Liam and her were dating.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
She's
that.
like, how'd I do, baby?
Yeah, I was like, ew. Yeah, so I didn't, but I literally started, at first, I started highlighting quotes that I didn't like, or that, I don't know, just quotes that I did like at first, like when I first started the book, and then eventually I just started highlighting the things that made me suspect Liam, because I hate Liam.
That is so funny.
So here's one of them. Splitting up from Reeve was a mistake. I say, goosebumps pitching over my skin. I look over my shoulder. Why? Liam asks. His voice has an edge of hurt, as if he believes I only feel safe with Reeve. Like, why? Like, why would you put that in there? I don't know. Because, like, the whole time, Natasha Preston tried to portray that she was in this love triangle with Reeve and Liam. Yeah. But it was...
But there was no romance.
No,
it was just
nothing
flirting.
happened. Yeah. No. And it was barely even flirting. Yeah. It was just she was with those 2 characters most of the time.
I don't know if you caught at the very end, it was like, Reeve was like, we're finally safe. And then he's like, he kissed my forehead. And I'm like,
I know.
That was so random because...
Yeah.
So, another thing I thought was kind of weird, I don't know, this is just me personally, but like, so in here there's Paisley and Harper. And then I think it's the Lost. There's Piper and Hazel. Oh, and I'm like, why would she do like 2 best friends in both? You know, like, not that, I don't know. To me, that was just weird.
I feel like she is running out of ideas now for, like, I feel so bad saying that. Yeah. But, okay, and then that's another thing we were talking about was the ending. Oh, yeah.
So the very last page, I'll read it. So it's hold on. A little sneak peek of the fear.
Oh, yeah. You see, I read the last page before
Did you really? Yeah. I
didn't. Only because it wasn't, I did it a couple days ago when I was trying to read it, but seriously, at that point, I didn't want to finish the book, and so...
If we weren't doing this for the podcast, I probably wouldn't have finished it.
Me either, and so...
And that hurts me to say.
Yeah, and so that's why I read the last page, because I was thinking maybe this will keep me going, but it didn't, because it was stupid. Well, and at that point, I didn't realize that Liam's real name was Robert, and so it just said, and then Robert dragged me under, and I really was like, wow, Natasha Preston really just was like, we're just gonna make up this other character, Robert, and that really is, but it was Liam, so.
And also, another thing was, so the police come to rescue these guys, they're on the boat, and they're talking, I don't know why, but so, it says 7 victims. A large man with a thick mustache asks. Reeve reaches up to grab the rope and throw him down, and I've noticed one of the men on the radio. One of the men is talking about being armed. They're scared to step off the boat. I don't blame them. I'm like, aren't they police? Like, that's their job.
I know, that is their, if they're sending over police,
like, oh
they would have,
there's a murder, like, they're police.
They would have a pistol, too, no doubt.
I know. And then, so that's the last page. Reeve wraps up the rope, and we're about to jump on the boat when something slams into me. I scream as Robert grabs me from behind, his arms clamp around my waist. The last thing I see before I'm dragged underwater is Reeve's horrified expression.
Yeah, and that's just how it ends. And it's so stupid.
So it never clarifies if she died or not.
Mm-hmm.
She said there's not going to be a sequel.
Yeah.
And so it's, like, I get the thing of, like, letting the reader decide how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
But we were saying it's, like, so the book is 303 pages long. So it's like she hit 300 pages and it's just like, oh, I'm done writing now.
Yeah, seriously. Because usually she comes up with such a good plot twist at the end. And you're like, dang, that was pretty good. And this one, it was like...
Like, you guessed it was Liam the whole time. Harper was really the only big plot twist. Yeah, that was the only plot twist. Yeah.
And through the whole thing, you kind of guess that if Liam is a killer, he obviously has some connection to Malcolm, like the owner of this
That was the
island.
other thing I didn't like, because he talks about how he wants to kill Malcolm for what he did to his mom, but then he kills his mom.
I know. I thought that was stupid too, and it was because she was like, you need to stop killing people. Yeah. And he's like, well, then I'll just kill you too, even though he did this whole thing for his mom.
Yeah, like, I don't understand that.
I don't either. That's why, like, I swear Natasha Preston was just running out of ideas, and she just started, she's like, well, we'll just make Liam start killing people for some reason.
So, yeah.
Well, and then there was a point when, what's the cook's name?
No.
It starts with
Kenna.
Yeah, Kenna. I totally forgot who she was.
Yeah, I did too.
Because they spoke about her once. Like, she made dinner for them one time, and then the next day she disappeared.
She disappears.
And then they find her in the haunted house, and she's dead. And, like, Paisley was like, and what is it? Kenna is on, like, her throat is split. Yeah. And I was like, who's Kenna? I can't remember who she is. And then it talks about how she was a cook, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, and then it was, like, again, contradictory. Paisley would talk about how she was like, well, I wish that we were just all having a good time as friends, because we, like, all got really close, and we're besties, and I wish we were just sitting by the pool, and Kenna was cooking us some good food. And then a couple pages after, she's like, well, I don't even know how to feel bad for certain people because I've only known them for 2 days. Yeah. So I don't even know if I should not suspect them for murder. And I was like, girl, like, I don't get you.
I felt like it repeated the pattern, too, is that Robert would catch up to them, they'd get separated, then they'd find, Robert would catch up, just kind of repeated that for a minute,
And it was always stabbing. That's why it was kind of like, this is literally, this should be a slasher movie, this shouldn't be a book. And never do I ever say this book, like, this needs to be a movie instead of a book, because usually the movies aren't as good as the books. Yeah. And so...
I thought it was funny, too. There's one point that's just, I think it's in the haunted house, but it's Robert and Paisley, and she gets the knife from him, and then he, runs off, because he's scared.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
why?
You're, like, twice the size as her. She just has a little knife. Like, you can easily rip that out.
She doesn't know how to use the knife.
I'm like, what the...
I know, I thought the same thing, and she described him as being super strong and able to overpower her, and then all of a sudden she gets the knife, and he runs away.
I also feel like if Liam, he's with them like 24/7. If they see him in black, they should just still be able to be like, that looks like Liam. Like, even if he has a ski mask on.
And the whole time she's saying, he looks so familiar.
Yeah.
And then,
well, duh.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know, like, she never suspected him. She suspected him for like 2 seconds, and then after it was Reeve. Yeah. And because he went to prison, and the whole, like, the reason he went to prison was because he was defending his friend after someone was trying to beat up his friend. Exactly. Like, that's not even... No. That doesn't mean he's gonna go and stab a bunch of people.
No, honestly. And then I was telling Gracie, I actually caught a few mistakes, Like, I caught a few spelling mistakes, and then there was a few times, like, words were repeated.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like, that is okay, or something like that, and I'm like, what is this?
See,
or then,
I didn't catch
what's
some
it,
of those.
what's it called when it's, like, slanted like that?
Oh, italicized?
Yeah. Like, there was, I don't know if it was just the font of this, but every time it would be, like, fight, the F-I wasn't, and then the G-H-T was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, because they did that a lot with the fight.
That's
And it was really weird.
That is so weird.
Yeah. Like that.
That is so weird. Yeah. It's like, fight.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be backwards. Never mind. You can kind of see it right there. But yeah.
That's so weird.
I was really disappointed, and it made me sad.
There was something else I was gonna say, but now I can't remember. But it had to do with Liam again. Like, I hated Liam so bad the whole time.
Yeah.
But, did it have to do with the stabbing? I don't know. But then he had, like, a sword, and
Yeah.
because, like, at the beginning, the sword went missing from that case, and then that just, like, no one questioned it again, and then all of a sudden at the very end, he had a sword.
Yeah.
After, oh, that's what it was gonna be. Okay. Sorry. I'm changing my thought process. Okay. Why did Liam not kill Paisley with the stabbing thing? Because this is how it was. So they were in the haunted house. She gets the knife, and then he's able to get the knife again, and she falls and, like, kind of passes out. But then she wakes up, and the knife is stabbed in, like, the mannequin. The mannequin beside her. And then he just left. Like, why?
That was my other thing, too, because they were saying that Harper and Liam had to befriend her. But so, what was the point of keeping her alive that long?
Because they sought her out. Like, Paisley was the target so that she wouldn't figure out who was doing
Then
this.
just kill her.
Yeah, exactly. They should have just taken her out at the very beginning.
So.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was another thing. That was another plot line that was not correct.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't. It's really. We were saying we should make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
We could make it better.
We could make it better. Stupid. Let me see if I can find any other. There was another quote that was about their love triangle, and because sometimes the humor, like, there was just random humor in it.
Yeah.
Like, she was trying to put in jokes. And I was like, girl, they're literally getting chased by a killer. I don't think, like, I don't know. I don't know how it would be in real life if we were getting chased by a killer.
Yeah.
But still, I don't think you'd be worrying about if you liked Reeve or if you liked Liam more, you know?
I know.
Let me find it. Oh, and then the fact, hold on, let me read this quote and then I want to talk about Eva.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but the truth is, I don't know how I feel about Reeve, or Liam for that matter. They're both gorgeous and have been flirty, so I know they're interested. I don't know. And
I know they're interested.
Yeah.
Some guys just have flirty
yeah,
personalities.
It's true. And then she goes back to scanning the park to see if Robert is looking for them. Like, why?
Let me just think. You know, it's just like, what the heck?
I know, but I guess it makes sense because Harper's the one who's, like, trying to make her think. I don't know. Yeah. And then Harper's with Liam. So, I don't know. But then, let's go back to Ava. And let's go back to how she had glass stuck in her neck.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that was crazy.
Do we think that is possible? Like, where was it again?
In her neck, wasn't it?
Yeah, but, like, where in her neck? Because she said something about a collarbone, and I was like, so is it in the neck, or is it, like...
Let's see if I can find it again. Because that was the other thing. I was, like, just kind of reading it. It might have been me just, like, skim reading it because I was getting bored.
I was skimming
and then I was like,
too.
What?
Yeah, and then there's, like, an explosion.
Yeah, they started setting fire to everything, and I'm like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, I think they were trying to set fire so that they could flag down more people from the mainland.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so that's kind of like Lord of the Flies that way. But, I don't know, it was just kind of dumb.
I can't even find it.
And the fact that the parents were were like, yeah, go to this, like, remote island.
I like how the parents argued about it for, like, one chapter. And
I
like,
know.
okay,
You can go.
it.
And Paisley's like, my mom was hoping that being around other influencers that didn't have anything to do with crime would make me more of a normal teenager. And I was like, girl, what?
Was that after he killed Malcolm or before?
It was before.
Before, okay.
Yeah, because she has a shirt of glass. Oh, that... I had another
glass.
quote.
Okay.
Because I read it.
You know what that made me think of? In the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the Snow's, like, co-worker person, she's, like, taunting her person that's in the Hunger Games, and she gets the bottle.
Yeah.
That's
what,
yeah,
I thought of that too. This was a quote. Okay, I found it. So, hold on.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's a sticking out of her neck.
Okay, here's another thing quickly. I kind of getting into it. Ava talks about how she's getting cold. And
No, that's literally the quote I was just going to say.
Yeah, do you want to read it quickly?
Yeah, so she says, I'm cold. Ava says, my heart skips. That's not a good sign. Is that the one that you're saying?
Yeah. Close up, you can see the glass isn't in her neck, but the tip of her collarbone.
Yeah,
so... What the heck?
Like,
like
So that's like, would that be different? Like, Natasha Preston needs to research.
Yeah, but then the other thing was too is later on it says, let's see, she talks about how there's no blood leaving, like going out of her thing,
so
but if they take it out,
then it would.
But then how is she getting cold
if there's no blood leaving her body?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not in her. Yeah, it's not her neck. It's her collarbone. So that would be different. Because if it's her collarbone, where is that artery? That I don't know. Yeah.
That's just your collarbone.
Yeah. But that same quote, when I read it, I was like, I'm cold, Ava says, and then my heart skips a beat. That's not a good sign. And then I read, you're fine, like that, instead of, you're fine, you're gonna be okay. I read it, you're fine, shut up.
I know people, I get it, she was, like, bratty, but people were mean to her.
No, so mean.
Yeah.
And she literally just, okay, there was another part where Ava was hiding in the cut.
Yeah.
And they were, like, so mad at her. And I was like...
And they left her alone.
Yeah, like, I would hide too.
Yeah, honestly. And then, like...
And, like, her boyfriend, not really her boyfriend, but the one she was...
murdered.
Yeah, in front of her. So, obviously she's gonna be
traumatized.
scared.
Yeah. So I felt kind of bad for her. And then, like, earlier on, she was crying because she didn't want to die. And I was like, that is so sad.
Yeah. Like, she was the only one who actually behaved like a normal human being.
Yeah. And everyone's like, you're being crazy. Like, stop it.
You're being so selfish. There's other people getting killed out there. We have to go save them. And I'm like, or you guys can stay together and try not to die.
Exactly.
Like stop splitting up.
You know what they should have done? They should have gone back to Malcolm's place and gotten all the other weapons.
No, they should
there was
get
a bunch
the sword.
Yes.
They should have armed themselves. They should have stayed together in that... I don't know. They should have stayed together somewhere or stayed somewhere outside where it was light. Yeah. So then they could see where they were. No, so the power wouldn't be cut out again. And they should have just, like, banded together. Because then Liam, if he would have left, then it would have been suspicious. And they would have been like, okay, Liam's the killer.
Yeah.
I thought it was so dumb. Like, strategy. And the whole time, everyone was like, Paisley, what's our plan? Because she's the crime guru. And she literally made up the worst plans ever.
I know.
And I was like, I don't believe that
There's
you're
the
actually...
fight again.
Yeah, that is so
Isn't that weird?
Let me see. What page is that on? Let me see. If
it's 226. I don't know if it's the same is it the same?
I don't know. Let me see.
I can tell you the chapter it's in. It's 21 chapter 21.
Okay.
Oh yeah, is that it?
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's the same with mine too.
That is so weird.
That is so weird. Yeah, I don't understand. And again, there's so many opportunities for Robert to kill
Paisley.
She could have been the first one that they took out.
And Reeve too.
Yeah.
Because they were alone together for a little bit, and he didn't kill Reeve. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it felt like on movies or TV series when only kill the people that aren't the main characters, you
Mhm.
know, and then they just mildly hurt the main character so
Mhm.
that they're fine. And what is the reason?
And you know what? To me, it's like almost like at the beginning she didn't have in mind that Harper was gonna be dating Liam.
Yeah, and then
at the end she's like, I need a plot twist here,
so
you know.
she's gonna date her. Yeah, I feel the same way because never did she allude to Harper.
I don't
being
even know
like
if they even talked, the two of them. Like if it showed the two of them talking. Harper and Liam.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't, and maybe that was on purpose to.
I don't know.
But still, it was dumb. It was stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Yeah, and it's very sad because I loved the other books of hers I've read, for the most part. So that's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's our review of The Island. Let us know what you think of it. If you loved it, that's okay.
Yeah, that is okay.
Yeah, we are
loved it.
proud of you.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
This
Just
is
kidding.
just
Our
our
opinion.
opinion. And we just have the same opinion.
I really
so.
have heard a lot of people have liked this book.
Really?
Mhm.
And
I was just not one of them.
yeah, even shout out to Jacqueline if you watch these, but she loved it too.
Did she?
Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to ask my aunt because she's reading along with us.
Oh, that's
and see
right.
If she liked
it, yeah.
Because I didn't.
I
and
think
took me-
it had
was hard.
such good potential, but
Mhm.
she just kind of messed it up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, done with that book.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the book of April.
And this one's gonna be good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. What is it called?
This one, we're going to be reading Sorcery of Thrones.
Yes.
Sorcery of Thrones.
Let me pull up the.
This one is a fantasy romance book.
Mhm.
Which, that was the other thing that made me sad about this, is there was no romance in it.
Yeah. See, and I only read books if
With
they have
romance
romance in it.
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
it hinted that there would be some,
Mhm.
and then it was just dumb.
Dumb flirtiness.
Yeah, her and Reeve were kind of like, oh yeah, we like to look at each other,
Mhm.
but that's basically it.
Yeah.
But here's the cover. Oh. Here's the cover of our new one.
Is it like who's it by?
By Margaret Rogerson.
Yeah. So, I don't have the description on me. Do you have it?
Yeah,
up?
I have it. Let me. Okay. All sorcerers are evil. Elizabeth has known that as long as she has known anything. Raised as a foundling in one of Ostermere's great libraries, Elizabeth has grown up among the tools of sorcery. Magical grimoires that whisper on shelves and rattle beneath iron chains. If provoked, they transform into grotesque monsters of ink and leather. Then, an act of sabotage releases the library's most dangerous grimoire, and Elizabeth is implicated in the crime. With no one to turn to but her sworn enemy, the sorcerer Nathaniel Thorne, and his mysterious demonic servant, she finds herself entangled in a centuries-old conspiracy. Not only could the great libraries go up in flames, but the world along with them. As her alliance with Nathaniel grows stronger, Elizabeth starts to question everything she's been taught, about sorcerers, about the library she loves, even about herself. For Elizabeth has a power she has never guessed and a future she could never have imagined. So that is the summary.
Yes.
So that sounds good.
Yeah, we're really excited. We'll post more information about it on our Instagram, kind of about, because this one week, broke up the chapters each week.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably do the same for this next one. But yeah, we're really exciting. Hopefully it goes better
Yeah,
than this
hopefully.
one.
Yeah. This one has 4.5 stars.
What does the island have?
Let me see.
Yeah, we should read some of the reviews on the island.
Do you think that there would be some... Just let me... Oh, sorry. Dang it. How do you,
Can you go on,
to
like,
the
Goodreads?
description? Yeah, let's just go to Goodreads. Oops, I did not spell that. Right. Let me spell it right.
Might have to put Natasha Preston.
Yeah. Apparently there's a lot of books called
3.47.
Okay, so pretty much our same thing. Where are
Keep scrolling down.
Okay. I posted. Oh yeah, this person gave a 2-star review, so she gave it even worse than
That's a long review too.
Yeah, I still want. Okay, let's see. I post reviews on Amazon, and they will not let me post curse words. Oh my god. Okay, this is probably good because the words that came out of my mouth when I finished this book were foul, extremely loudly foul. Now I read an arc of this, so there's time for someone, a partner, a good friend, a beta reader, a fairy godmother, a freaking editor to take this author aside and say, you know what, you know how you ended this book? Don't freaking do that. Excuse me, blood pressure rising. Whew. The thing is, until the ending, the stupid lazy cheat of an ending, exactly, it is lazy. The book was good. It wasn't an award-winning masterpiece of literature, and who even needs that? But it was entertaining and fun and bloody, and I loved our characters. And even though I knew the who of things was way too early, I didn't care. And then I read the last bloody sentence, and I said, what's that? I tried to turn the page because surely there was more. There wasn't. An ebook hit virtual wall. The 2 stars are only because I was so entertained until the last bloody sentence. So, let's see. This person gave a 4-star rating. That one's really long. I don't know if I want to. Let's read the 1 star. Okay.
Oh, that's also very long.
Okay. I quite literally do not know where to begin with this review. Although I studied English literature and have an affinity for dense text, I am by no means a literary snob. I enjoy quick, easy reads just like millions of other women my age. This book, however, was so poorly written and juvenile in its excuse for plot development that I am appalled that it was published. Oh my god. When I got on my Goodreads app today, I was anticipating being validated by more scathing reviews, but was shocked by how relatively highly rated this book is. Perhaps I had way too high of expectations, because I generally enjoy every psychological thriller I read, but this was genuinely one of the worst novels I have ever read. For its unlivable characters to several plot holes, the copious editing issues I discovered within, and the overall incredibly simple language used throughout. I have the curse of needing to finish every book I start, so that's why I finished it. If I were on an island with nothing else to read, I would read it. However, if I had anything else with text, say a shampoo bottle, I might reach for it first.
That is so funny.
I agree. Who is this person? Ashton? We agree with you, Ashton.
Okay, let's read a good review.
Yeah, okay. This one is 4 stars. This was a very fast read full of twists and turns. It's a bit of a locked room mystery since all of the characters are at a special event at a fancy resort and amusement park on an island with no one able to leave or come. The main group of teens at this event are all influencers. This is literally just a summary. That is a summary. Let me find something else.
5
Oh, wow. Okay. I received an ARC for NetGalley in exchange for my honest review. The premise to this one is fun. 6 teenage popular social media influencers get invited to a private island where
I think that's a summary too.
Yeah, the book kept my attention. I didn't want to stop reading. I liked the main character. There were a couple good twists. It would make a good movie.
I think she just said that because she got to read it.
Yeah, literally. Okay, let's... Was totally gobsmacked by the ending. 6 social media influencers. Okay, this was a very edge of your seat read by this great author. Thanks, NetGalley and Random House Children. Yeah, see, these people...
The 5-star reviews are from the ARC readers.
Yeah, they literally... Yeah. So they literally get these books for free. So... Oh, this... F this book. What was that ending? Maybe I am being too harsh, but I doubt I will read another one of her books. Yeah, most of these reviews are 1-star ratings.
Which is very sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another 4 stars.
Okay, loved it, except for the ending. What the hell was that? How could it just end like that? Disappointed. Infuriating, I swear. But the rest of the book was great. Probably one of my favorite Natasha Preston reads to date. Okay, has she read... The Lost?
Yeah.
That is
The Lost and the Cellar.
Yeah.
Have you read The Cellar?
No, I haven't read
that
that
one's a
one.
good one too.
But The Lost one is the best one I read.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once I started reading, I couldn't put it down. Literally finished in a matter of hours. Definitely was not what I was expecting. It exceeded everything I was expecting to read. Very pop culture and relevant. Worth the read. No, it's not. Yeah, it's too pop culture and relevant. I hate that. Ooh, this person just... This book was suspenseful and chock full of danger and secrets. I loved it. This being my first thriller, I was quite impressed. I was not expecting things to happen that way.
Oh. If it's your first thriller,
yeah.
Go out and get some other thrillers.
That's literally probably why. Yeah, and then she goes on how she hated the ending, though.
I think everyone hated the ending.
I made it to page 180 before I decided to just skip to the end. That was me! This book dragged on way too much for my liking, and I'm not even mad that I skimmed the rest of it.
You know, I really did skim read like a third of it.
No, so did I. I pretty much skim read the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, there's mostly bad reviews.
Especially today, because I was like trying to hurry finish it, because I seriously had like 100 pages left to read today.
Yeah, well...
That was our honest review.
Yeah.
The Island.
Yeah, apparently we gave a better rating than a lot of people, so 3 stars for us.
Yeah. I know. I gave it 3 stars just because I think it had good potential.
Yeah. The story,
Like, it really could be a very good story. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways.
Thanks for joining us
on today's episode. Next week, we're going to have something fun.
Yes. So... We're uploading one of our ones.
But it was supposed to be last week. So. My bad.
But it like wouldn't load for some reason. So
hopefully it's trying to load right now. Hopefully it ended up loading.
Yeah. So we're gonna have something fun for you next week, and then we hope that you guys read along with. We hope is a better book.
With Sorcery of Thrones.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.